The sun was just beginning to set behind the skyline of Riverside City, casting long shadows across the parking lot of the bustling outdoor shopping plaza. It was a Friday evening, and shoppers flowed in and out of boutiques and cafes, unaware that a storm was quietly brewing near the food court. Colonel Amina Clark, 41, stood beside her matte gray SUV, carefully placing a takeout order in the back seat. Dressed in athletic pants, a black hoodie, and her army cap, she looked like any other local running errands after a workout. But the dog tags tucked beneath her collar and the government-issued vehicle tag told a different story, one that not everyone noticed or cared to ask about. That's when the police cruiser pulled up. Officer Derek Connolly, mid-30s, exited his vehicle and approached with a furrowed brow. His gaze swept over Amina, then to her license plate, and back to her face. "Excuse me," he called, one hand resting casually near his holster. "I'm going to need to see some ID." Amina, surprised, turned calmly. "Is there a problem, officer?" "We got a call about a suspicious person loitering near vehicles. You match the description." Amina raised an eyebrow. "I'm loading dinner into my car." "Well, this is private property, and if you don't have business here—" "I just came from Mission Thai Kitchen." She gestured to the bag in her hand. "I have a receipt if you'd like to see it." Officer Connolly crossed his arms. "I'm going to need you to cooperate, ma'am. Can you tell me what you're doing in this part of town?" That was the moment, the tone, the phrase. "What you're doing in this part of town." It wasn't just condescending, it was loaded. Amina stood a little straighter. "I live here," she said, "but more importantly, I serve here." The officer frowned. "Serve?" Amina reached into her vehicle and pulled out a slim leather case. She opened it, revealing her Department of Defense identification, rank insignia, and a gold-embossed badge that read, United States Army, Military Intelligence Command. She spoke with crisp authority. "Colonel Amina Clark, 21 years of active duty. I oversee counterintelligence operations for this district and 3 surrounding counties. You've just attempted to profile a senior military officer on a food run." The silence was immediate. The officer's jaw tightened. "I didn't mean—" "Yes, you did," Amina interrupted, her voice steady. "You saw a black woman in workout clothes by an SUV and assumed I didn't belong. I've led operations in hostile territories across 3 continents. I've briefed generals. And today I'm being told to go home because I dared to pick up takeout while wearing a hoodie." Shoppers nearby began to pause. A couple had overheard enough to slow their pace, one of them recording quietly on their phone. "I'll be filing a report with Internal Affairs," Amina added. "I'll also inform the Civil Military Liaison Office. We're trained to handle bias, yours included." The officer stammered, "There's no need for that, ma'am." "There absolutely is," she replied. "Dismissed." He hesitated, then nodded curtly and returned to his vehicle, retreating without another word. Later that night, Amina shared the incident on her professional social media account. Her post, calm and articulate, read, "Today I wasn't in uniform. I was in civilian clothes on my own time, in my own city, and someone decided I didn't belong. For those who think bias only exists somewhere else, let this be a reminder. I've worn the uniform longer than he's worn a badge. You don't need a salute to deserve respect." The post went viral overnight. Messages of support poured in from soldiers, veterans, and civilians alike. The city's mayor personally reached out. Within days, the local police department issued a public statement pledging renewed bias training for officers. And Colonel Amina Clark? She went back to her post, leading with the same quiet strength she always had. Only now her community knew her name, not just as a soldier, but as a reminder. Never assume who belongs.